Hey guys, hello. I'm gonna do a talk today about running in the rain. Somebody asked about this because I guess spring's coming. It's still February. I'm in Edmonton. It's like minus 400 degrees here right now. It's very, very cold, but apparently it's gonna rain eventually somewhere. Vancouver, I think, still has snow, but possibly rain. East Coast, maybe. The lady that asked for this, I think, lives in Ontario somewhere. So yeah, let's talk about running in the rain and getting wet. I'm gonna say off the bat, first of all, if you're gonna run outside and it's raining, expect to get wet. Be prepared for that, get used to that. There's some things you can do to keep yourself absolutely dry if you want to go that way, but that's not such the best idea. Just expect you're gonna get wet. Expect you want us to keep warm, you don't wanna get cold, but you will get wet. There's two terms to get used to. One is waterproof and water resistant. Waterproof is not going to get wet. It's like running in a dry suit or something. If you snorkel or scuba dive, you'll know what I mean by that. But also, if you've ever come in contact with people that fish, like commercial fishermen on the east or west coast, they will wear, it's called rain slicks, right, to keep themselves dry. But that stuff's not built to breathe. It's built to just keep people dry. So there's some stuff, we occasionally have stuff in the store that is actually waterproof, and I couldn't find any today. I looked around the store and we don't have it. What you're gonna notice is there's no way this stuff's gonna breathe. There's no nothing, no zippers, no mesh, no nothing. And what you'll really notice really quickly too is they'll usually have like a tape or a seam, every seam covered. Like if you look at this jacket, it's kind of close to what I was thinking of, but they'll have like everything covered here. There'll be like a tape over top of where the seams are. So no water's getting in, but again, no water, no air or sweat is evaporating and getting out. So you're gonna stupid hot. So that's the difference. Waterproof, you're gonna get warm, overheat, not built for running. Water resistance means you're not gonna get wet right away. A lot of stuff will keep you dry for a certain amount of time. If you're running, I think less so because you're moving. I think that helps. But it's water resistant, so you're not gonna get absolutely soaked. And I've experienced this. I remember volunteering at a race. I had a jacket that was rain resistant. And I was standing underneath a tree directing traffic or something. And all of a sudden I feel this water running down my back. Well, that's because it's water resistant. It's not there to prevent you rain. I remember a lady bought a jacket from our store to go see a football game. Of course, she's standing right underneath like a downspout or something. She come back, she couldn't understand why she got wet. Well, that's why. It's water resistant. So just remember, waterproof is gonna be warm, water resistant, not so much. But let's start with feet. Let's start with feet and keep your feet dry. A lot of people like that, dry feet, right? They don't want, because chafing, right? But again, expect to get a little bit wet. I mean, people run off-road races that go through water up to their whatever. So you're gonna get wet. What you want, if you want to stay dry, look for stuff like Gore-Tex, right? But just remember, Gore-Tex does not stretch, for one thing. So if the shoe you try on, it just fits just right, but it doesn't. Gore-Tex is not gonna stretch. And Gore-Tex will eventually get warm. Something like, I'm a Brooks guy, of course. I'm wearing New Balance, but Brooks anyway. So this has got Gore-Tex on it. It's going to keep you dry. This is built more for winter. And the traction, if you're on one of the two coasts and you're running in water and you're worried about slipping and sliding, not a bad idea. These grips aren't the greatest for snow, but for rain slick roads and trails and asphalt, this would be fine. But it's going to get warm. Just saying, this is very light for actually a winter shoe. But again, Gore-Tex is going to keep you dry, but also get warm really quickly. This one does breathe a little bit. There's mesh on it, so not so bad. Even better is, we got these from On, the ON brand. And yes, that's actually an On switch. But again, a Gore-Tex type material that'll keep you dry. But again, this shoe will breathe, so that's not a bad option. But again, how often are you going to be running in the rain? How badly do you need this? Or just get used to getting wet feet? I mean, that's not so bad. You can get dry socks too as well, which I don't think we've actually sold any of these this year, the second estate. It might. These things. We got these. Waterproof, right? So what did I just say? These are gonna get warm. If you have to be absolutely dry, yes, fine. But just get used to it. Maybe throw some Body Glide on your feet, but you won't. I've never blistered on my feet, so I don't say it's gonna happen. And I've run in the rain. It's not that impossible to do. People that ultra races and run overnight races and rain and snow and whatever, they just wear mostly regular shoes. Some will actually have holes for the water to drain out of, but otherwise just expect to get wet. Just as long as you don't get cold. If it's really like snow and you're walking over ice and you might fall in water and stuff, maybe not a bad option, but for most of the time, I'm gonna say no. So again, running in the rain, running in the spring, yeah, keep dry, but just go for a jacket like this. Ours, again, this is built for this type of stuff, right? It's nice and light, it's nice and breathable, which is a key word there too, breathable, and it will keep you relatively dry, but again, you're gonna get wet, but the nice thing is, you sweat, sweat will still evaporate off, so when you finish your run, you won't be soaping wet. If you're running one of these things, second stage, this is gonna guarantee to keep you warm. It's gonna keep you hot, and you're gonna be covered in sweat, and even if you don't get rain on you, you're still gonna be hot and sweaty, right? So not such a good idea, better. I'm gonna say fine, but better. For legs, again, depends what the temperature is gonna be like, right? If it's raining, obviously it's gonna be above 0, but if you want, I mean, a lot of ladies like capris, right? That's fine. Just make sure they're light and they breathe. Don't wear tights. Don't wear overall tights because they're gonna get warm. Go for shorts. Go for something simple like this. And I always say the same thing I talk about when I talk about tights. Make sure there's lots of options, right? Because you want to carry stuff. Make sure there's a zipper. Same thing with jackets. I'm going for a run right away as soon as I finish doing this. It's like, again, minus 100 outside. So I want to take a key with me just to make sure I don't lock myself out of my car again. And I've got a pocket in the back of my tights. Same thing with this time. You got something to put it in there, something to store in there, which is fine. Again, you want lots of options. This has actually a lot of pockets, which is kind of cool. But yeah, lots of options is good. And just don't overthink running in spring, summer, fall. Yeah, light jacket. Yeah, there's not much to talk about when you want to stay dry. Just expect to get wet. That's I'm gonna say off the top. You can wear a cap or something to keep your head dry. Again, that's not a bad option either. Just remember, heat comes out of your head, right? When you run in the wintertime, you keep that covered, so you keep the heat inside. Summer, be free. Make sure there's a cap with mesh on it. Other than that, for keeping dry in the rain, I hope this covers that for you. But yeah, just keep dry. As dry as possible, but don't expect to be dry all the time. Just get used to running in the rain. It's fun. There's nothing wrong with running in the rain. It beats running in the snow. And yeah, just get used to it. Just, yeah, if you're gonna run in the rain, get wet. Waterproof versus water resistant. You want water resistant, not waterproof. Tops, again, breathable. I love this thing. Again, I'm in the girls section today for some reason. But yeah, again, just breathable. So that's really short talk. It's only like 7 minutes, but hopefully that covers the topic for you guys. And any questions about running in the rain? Yeah, don't overthink it. It's like running anytime, even in this weather. Is just get outside and do it. I know there's people that love treadmills and don't really feel safe running in the snow and ice, but I'm gonna say it just beats all. Yeah, if you've never run outside, go for it. And hopefully, yeah, it's turning into spring somewhere in this country by today. But just hope so. Anyhow, we'll talk on Sunday, this coming Saturday rather. We're talking about sports bras. So yeah, I won't be doing the talk. I've got a guest speaker coming in, and we'll talk to you then.